this NBA season so far, we're 30 games in. What do you think about all of the new moves like Kawhi coming back, LBJ moved to the Lakers and got them currently sitting in fourth place? What's your thoughts on that?
Kawhi looking good. A lot of people kind of wrote Kawhi off.
Yeah, I was one of them. I was definitely.
A lot of people wrote. I'm like, nah, man. Kawhi still got it, and the fact that he made that move on San Antonio, spoke a lot of character about him, man. Really, and that's what I'm saying. Looking out for your own self and not relying on what the machine or the program or the institution, whatever, say they have your quote unquote best interest. And now, you conduct your health. And now he over there in the East, man, tearing it up still producing the same, if not better. I mean, LBJ making a move to LA. Everybody, somewhat kind of speculated that was coming. But I mean, it's a big market out there. I mean, he is still is probably the number one player in the NBA. Mm-hmm. So I mean, why not?
That Hollywood money he has on the way.
Producing and doing shows. I mean, like everybody says, it was the best choice probably for him to make.
Yeah, and better school options for his son too.
Man,
pretty good ball player.
Man, they got great schools everywhere. He could have went anywhere. he could have been in Iowa. He would have probably been like, all right, this is the best private school my son going to.
All right, so your main man, Melo, he's out of work with the Rockets. What did you think about that?
I had to take a deep breath, man. It's hard, man, because I'm a big time Melo fan, big time. And at first, I'm fighting with some of my friends in group text messages like, man, Melo got it, man. You just gotta give him a chance. And this man is a big time person, star and all that. Man, come on, let the boy shoot the ball and do his thing. He's these coaches, But now I was like, as much as fuss I was putting up, I had to come back and say, hey, I apologize, man. Melo is so slow on defense. He ain't even doing what he's supposed to do. So I think, man, Melo right now is taking a drag. He's being lazy. I won't say he's done, but he's being lazy because I don't think he doesn't want to condition himself to have, at this point of the game, a more better, taking the game approaches and having more fun with it or whatever. Now, I'm not an NBA basketball player, but I have, played a sport or played some type of thing where I was at the top or whatever, and then after that I started seeing things diminishing. And so you kind of like don't take yourself serious about it, but just go out and have fun, like D-Wade. Shout out to D-Wade and Gabrielle.
D-Wade's still enjoying himself.
Definitely. But Melo, man, he got to understand. You got to come off that bench, man.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make that up in his mind.
You got to come off that bench.
So, man, Katt Williams, he was on his radio show. He was on that with comedian Red, and somehow they wanted Katt to come on the show, and he kind of took over. Did you think he was out of line by some of the things he was saying?
At first when I was seeing the original video, I was like, why is Katt Williams just going ham like that? And then so you kind of like, when someone's good as a comedian as him and you playing back and forth with him and he knock you out the park with them jokes, you kind of feel sorry for the person who receiving them. But then until you get further and further of as why that happened, then I'm like, ooh. So, I can see why Katt went hard at her like that, man. She just continued like pushing the brother, saying things, in the previous years.
Provoking.
Yeah, and I'm like, what you think a man's gonna do? And you put him in that position, And I think he was trying to get ratings a little bit too, because he didn't even want to. That was Red interview. Katt was just there to support, and y'all just wanted to get him on there because of that big time name. So
right, something to add.
You had that coming.
And then he made some harsh statements toward Kevin Hart. What do you feel? You feel like he was in the right ballpark by saying some of those things, or?
Well, what statements though? Because he came, said all.
Pretty much saying Kevin Hart is, he's less of a man because he's let Hollywood do what they want with his image. And Mike Epps also said, he became one of the gatekeepers, but he's only letting certain people in.
I'm gonna say, man, that's that opinion or fact, I guess, from Katt Williams. Well, we don't know if it's a fact or whatever, But what Katt Williams, mentioned about Kevin Hart, man, it's something to think about. I mean, here it is. There's videos I was saying Kevin Hart himself, nah, I wouldn't do that. Not wearing a dress. I'm not doing a dress at all. And then next thing you know, you see him coming out in a dress. And
And it also seems like his career.
Yeah, it started taking off.
After that.
And so
I want to say that was with either SNL or might have been SNL, I think.
Yeah, and I'm like, so sometimes y'all be out there when you hear Katt Williams say these things, you're like, man, Katt, you going too hard. But when things start revealing itself, like, wait,
maybe he was going.
Katt Williams probably knew what he was talking about. And so, from that point on, man, I always kind of paid attention to what Katt Williams said.